Good evening from Presbyterian Park. I hope yins are enjoying your Monday evenings here in the Continental League. My name is Steve Chuckroast here on KDKA, the official home of the Pittsburgh Presbyterians. And tonight we shall have the home openers for the Pittsburgh Presbyterians as they host in-state rivals, the Philadelphia Brown Trousers. Again, my name is Steve Chuckroast here on KDKA. We are ready to get things started. So we're going to go ahead and take things down to the public address speaker for the lineups of the visitors and, of course, the home team.
Good evening to you all. Welcome to Presbyterian Park for the home opener of the Pittsburgh Presbyterians. Tonight they take on the Philadelphia Brown Trousers, and here is the batting order of the visiting team. Batting first, the third baseman, number 9, Bent Wildly. Batting second, the center fielder, number 48, Greep Barlow. Batting third, the right fielder, number 41, Truss Grundleson. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 13, Crispy Yellow. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 10, Trant Sovin. Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 5, Wallace Gromit. Batting seventh, the shortstop, number 4, Mickey Rice. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 3, Coonsley Fair. And the starting pitcher for the Philadelphia Brown Trousers this evening, batting ninth, number 30, Hash Buffums. And now the starting lineup for your Pittsburgh Presbyterians. Batting first, the left fielder, number 27, Walt Booper. Batting second, the right fielder, number 7, Condom Funnel. Batting third, the first baseman, number 14, Jim Bobway. Batting fourth, the center fielder, number 18, Chud Tater. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 15, Jimmy Soup Cutlets. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 13, Colorado Church. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 16, Pope Lactavius III. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 25, Lavender Sandalbags. And batting ninth, the starting pitcher for your Pittsburgh Presbyterians, number 10, Tuba Hoonis.
Well, yes, I must say, these Presbyterians having a bit of a difficult time on the road. They were able to get 2 wins on the road against the New Ohio Debonaires. It was a tricky game, but nonetheless, they were able to make it just fine, and they're going to start things off with a quick fly out to Walt Booper. That was bent wildly. Here is Greep Barlow. And these Philadelphia Brown Trousers, well, that's going to be a quick out to first base. Brown Trousers are 1-2. They had a difficult series against the New York Haberdashers. They're still on the road, yet to have their first home game. This is the opening home game, the opening home series for the Presbyterians here at Presbyterian Park. And that's going to be a quick 1-2-3 inning for the Brown Trousers, bringing up Walt Booper, the left fielder. And he's going to smash that one foul to get things started. That's going to be up the middle for a single to get things going for the Presbyterians on first. Coonsley Fair, the second baseman. Relaying that one from the outfield. Here is Condom Funnel back in the lineup after I think needed a bit of a rest day that finalized the series with New Ohio. Condom Funnels batting 125 on the season, only 1 for 8. And of course, this is the first start for Pash Buffums, the 4th in the rotation, and that's not going to be a good at-bat for Condom Funnel. He's going to strike out, bringing up Jim Bobway. Jim Bobway batting 333 so far in the opening series with the New Ohio Debonaires. And he's going to smash that one. It's not going to be far enough. Creep Barlow with the catch. And here is Chud Tater. Chud Tater. Also batting 333 so far in the season. He's going to pop that one up. It looks like it's going to be an easy one for the 3rd out. Yes, Poonsley Fair coming all the way over from second base to make that catch. And it's 1 hit for the Presbyterians, but scoreless after 1. And Tuberhunis, bit of the hay fever, it seems, sneezing about the place. Facing Crispy Yellow in the cleanup spot, and Crispy Yellow has been one of the better players for the Brown Trousers. He hits that one right to first base. He's batting 500 in the opening series against the Haberdashers. He was one of the star players for the Brown Trousers. And speaking of solid players at bat is Trant Sovin. He went 4 for 11. Going to make it 5 for 12 now on the season. He's up here. Here's Wallace Gromit off the bench starting for the first time this season. Takes strike 1. 1 runner on first. 1 out. And Hunis going to pop that one high up in the air. That should be an easy play for Welt Hooper, the left fielder. Here's Mickey Lice, one of the clubhouse leaders for the Brown Trousers, back in the lineup after a rest day, batting 333 on the season. Takes 2 balls. And is really working that count with Tuberhunis. Well, the runner from first was stealing, but did not matter. It was an easy play at first, and retires the sides, leaving 1 on for the Brown Trousers. And Jimmy Soup Cutlets puts that one right up the middle to start things off here in the second inning with a single. Soup Cutlets, that's his 4th hit on the season. And laying down a bunt. Oh no, it's going to be, looks for the fancy Dan. Doesn't get it. Fielder choice is how it will score. Hope Lactavius III coming up with a runner on first. He is pretty late in the lineup, but I gotta say, the Presbyterians were batting very well against New Ohio in that 3-game series, and Lactavius will get his 5th hit of the season and get another single. Yes, I don't understand what the bunt option was from Colorado Church. Anyway, here is Lavender Sandalbags. Again, batting 500 in the first season. In that first series, excuse me. Gonna swing at that one. Strike 2 against Pash Buffums. And that is going to go high and far. It is caught, but the runner at second will tag up, and it will be a sacrifice to move runners to the corners for the pitching spot. Tuberhunis with 2 outs. If he can make contact to something that will leave the infield, it does. That will be 1 on the board for the Presbyterians. And just like that, it's a 1-0 game, bringing up Welt Booper. 1 for 1 already today, here in the bottom of the second. A nice early run, but he is going to take that one right in the back. And flings his baseball bat without a care in the world, possibly concussing someone behind him. And he will take his base, leaving it completely loaded. And they're going to pay for it. A grand slam. Well, if that isn't the French fries on the sandwich, the Presbyterians have cut this game open widely. And that will be out number 3 to first base. But 5 runs in the second inning to industry of the highest degree. And Tuberhunis, well, he helped, like, he brought down that first run. And that's going to be a line out right to Lavender Sandalbags. Here's Hash Buffum, the pitching spot. He is the very first, this is his first at-bat, his first start on the season. Again, all the teams have a 4-pitcher rotation. And Buffums is in the 4th spot. And he will strike out for out number 2. And I say Tuberhunis looking pretty fine for the Presbyterians. It's a good, nice to have him as 4th in the rotation. It's a pretty good situation to have when he is your 4th ranked go-to person. And that'll be an easy throw to Lavender Sandalbags for the 3rd out. Still just the 1 hit for the Brown Trousers as the Presbyterians are up with a 5-0 lead here in the bottom of the 3rd after a 5-run second inning. Boy, if you have joined us late for the day, you have missed quite the excitement. And that is going to sail high and far. It's a solo home run to industry indeed again. What a shot. I believe that was Jimmy Soup Cutlets. His 2nd home run in the season. Boy, Hash Buffum's having a nightmare of a day. That's going to help a Fancy Dan double play to end the 3rd inning. And that Fancy Dan double play brought to you by Fancy Dan's array of products, of follicle products, pomades, shampoos, and styling salves. Put more fop in your quaff with Fancy Dan. Oh dear, Chud Tater having a day fielding that one. It's going to be a double. To start things off for the Brown Trousers with Truss Grundleson up to bat. Grundleson, a pretty solid at bat, and he's going to get on base with a single, keep the runner at 2nd. Here's Crispy Yellow. This is exactly what the Brown Trousers need if they want to get things going and recover from this 6-0 early onslaught. That is in the dirt. That's a ball 1. 1-1 the count for Tuberhunis. No outs. And he's going to steal 3rd. That's going to, well, it's going to make him safe, but a Fancy Dan double play. Well read by Hunis to see the runner at 3rd decide go for the double play. And unfortunately, it's going to bring one home right now. But I think he made the right play at the time. And again, that Fancy Dan double play brought to you by Fancy Dan's. follicle products. Styling salves, shampoos, and pomades put more pop in your coif with Fancy Dan. And that's a big strikeout for Tubahunas to keep things going. You know, it truly is a standing room only crowd for this home opener here in Presbyterian Park in the suburban areas of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Bit of a travel to get, have to leave the center city a bit to get over here to the park, but nonetheless, it's very much worth the travel. And you can see that did not stop anybody from getting out here. It's lovely, a lovely neighborhood. And that's a big shot. It's not going to go far enough. Should be an easy play. Yes, for Greet Barlow in center field. Here is Welt Booper top of the lineup again. 1 for 1 on the day. Welt Booper. You know, it's very interesting. The Presbyterians, the top of the lineup for the Presbyterians has not been the strongest of the bats. It's been late in the lineup that's really been helping them out, and I think that's been helping them as well today. So maybe they're finally coming alive, and they're figuring out a lineup order that is really going to work for them. That should be an easy throw to first. Zimbabwe recording the out. Here is Poonsley Fair, who is dropped in the lineup. He's back into the lineup after sitting a bit. He's going to drop that one into right field. It's going to go all the way to the warning track. He's going for 3. The throw, not in time, a triple, but Poonsley Fair. And I must say, that's going to do wonders for his confidence. He dropped out of the lineup. He was the leadoff hitter. He's now batting 8th in the lineup. I think that's maybe just a bit harsh on his opening series. He's going to, no, it's going to be foul. Should be easy for Colorado Church, the catcher, to record the out. Here is Bent Wildly, top of the lineup, 2 outs. He makes contact on anything. It will bring home Poonsley Fair. Watch as that one goes by for strike 1. And that is not going to do it for the Brown Trousers. Well fielded. And it will be still 6-1 in the bottom of the 5th with Condom Funnel. And Hash Buffums gives a bit of a scratch to himself. And that'll be fouled off by Funnel. That's going to dribble right to the shortstop. Mickey Lice gets the out to Crispy Yellow for out number 1. Here's Jim Bobway, 0 for 2 today. And that's not going to be enough to leave the outfield for him. It's 0 for 3 for Mr. Bobway. And Chud Tater coming up. Chud Tater, 3 RBIs in the opening series against New Ohio. And that's going to just dribble right to Poonsley Fair, makes the throw to Crispy Yellow and retires the sides at the end of 5. It's still 6-1, thanks to that 5-run second inning for the Presbyterians. And Greep Barlow, 1 for 2 today with the double. Bases Tubahunas. Top of the 6th, only 45 pitches for Tubahunas. It's a very economical rate, I must say. And he's going to strike out Greep Barlow. That is a big out to get, and here is Truss Grundleson. Tubahunas is just locked in. 0-2 the count. And that's unfortunately going to get past the first baseman. And going to be a single for Grundleson. As Jim Bobway could not get his glove to that one. Here's Crispy Yellow. Best hitters, I think, best average right now on the team for the Brown Trousers. He's got 1 home run so far this season. 6 hits in all. In that opening series against the Haberdashers. He only took 1 win out of that, so again, shows what a contributor to that team he was. He's going to fly that one out to Chud Tater in center field. And here is Trant Sovin. I must say, the middle order of the lineup for the Brown Trousers, much like the Presbyterians. Really where the strength seems to be. Oh, almost clipped him right in the knee, did Hunis. And he's going to give up that one as well. That's going straight up the middle on a 3-1 count. Going to be a single with 2 outs, and you know, we were commenting on how well Hunis was keeping his composure. He seems to have lost it a bit near in the top of the 6th, getting a bit tired, if I must say so. 62 pitches. There's an attempt to steal third, but it looks like that won't matter as Zimbabwe will take that ground ball and Hunis will get out of the inning. And 5, 6, and 7 coming up for the Presbyterians. Cutlets up now. That's going to be high for ball 1. You got to wonder if they're going to go to the bullpen. Should the pitcher spot come up, they might pinch it. Might be an option, and that's going to be the first out for the Presbyterians. That is going to go high and far. I don't think it's going to be far up, is it? Yes, it's a home run for the Presbyterians to industry indeed. A 3rd home run in this game, and my goodness, Presbyterian Park is going very, very wild. Colorado Church puts that one into the seats. To industry indeed. Again, that home run brought to you by Industry Brand. Soaps, fragrances, and anything that smells good. When you're on the town and a lovely member of the opposite sex likes how you smell, you say, my dear, that's Industry. And of course, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Salt. The fanciest seasoning that money can buy. Salt. Try it on everything. Found wherever salt is sold. And that's going to be a Fancy Dan double play. My goodness, the live reads are coming hot and heavy here. That is a Fancy Dan double play. Brought to you by Fancy Dan's follicle products, pomades, styling salves, and shampoos. Put more fop in your coif with Fancy Dan. Top of the 7th, it's Tuba Hunis back in again. He's going to, a lovely diving play by Jimmy Soup Cutlets. He throws it out of play. So that's going to be an extra base. But I believe that was that was just up to bat. I think it was Mickey Lice who will now take, and that's going to be, was trying for the Fancy Dan double play, and it looks like Hash Buffins will be, yes, he'll be subbed out. His night will be over. Ding Low, the pitch hitter. Fouls off twice. A 3rd foul. And that's going to be high and far, but not far enough for Walt Booper. Keeping the runner on second. Mickey Lice bent wildly back at the top of the lineup. And Hunis getting his control back. And just as I say it, I thought that was out of there, and Condom Funnel was very confident. Just make the catch at the warning track for out number 3. Tiddly Benetti coming in to pitch. And Tuba Hunis, I have to imagine, is going to be, well, he's going to still stay in this game, my word. Well, he does have an RBI in this game. So why not let him bat again? And if he's feeling tired, you put in one of your setup men in the 8th inning. But I think, I guess the manager of the Presbyterian seems to know something. And that's going to be a strikeout. Tiddly Benetti, fresh arm to throw 2 outs. Here is Condom Funnel. Filling up the count, 2-2. And that's going to go high and far. Is it far enough? It is a home run to industry indeed. Pittsburgh Presbyterians. The 4th home run of this very game, 8-1. As that is going to be a huge confidence boost for Condom Funnel. And that will be Zimbabwe flying out to end the inning. Greba Barlow will face Tuba Hunis here in the top of the 8th. And that's going to be an easy throw to first for out number 1. Is that Amalgamated Baseball Holdings of Schenectady, New York have improved to 2-2 after a win over the New Ohio Debonaires earlier today. That I think ended just a bit ago. Got that news coming in over the wire, and I believe the Milwaukee Dutchmen and the New York Haberdashers will continue to will have their first pitch in just a few. That will be a late game tonight over at the Milwaukee Baseball Grounds. 2 teams that are started off 2-1. Milwaukee still another home game for them. New York Haberdashers on the road, taking 2 games from the Philadelphia Brown Trousers. And the Dutchmen had 2 wins over Chicago, who I believe traveling to Boston to take on a very dangerous team, the Boston Ruffians. I must say they're a team that I'm going to have to watch and see if the way that Pittsburgh is hitting the ball, though, I say they must give the Boston Ruffians a bit of a run for their money. And that is going to be smashed here in the bottom of the 8th with no outs, but it looks like that should be an easy catch. Truss Grundleson making the catch. Jimmy Soup Cutlets. And that will be an easy one for Boonsley Fair to Crispy Yellow. And here is Colorado Church. What a day for Colorado Church. 2 for 3 with a home run. And he's going to dribble that one over to Ben Wildley. Easy throw for out number 3. Duvahunis going for the complete game. It is 8-1. No need to bring in the closing pitcher, as it is in fact a... And Drew Mess is going to come in as a defensive play at catcher. Interesting to see. And that will be out number 1. Bobway with the catch. Presbyterians looking to make a quick. And yes, it looks like Carlisle County will be coming in to pitch the last 2 outs, and Screw Muscles in at shortstop. So a bit of a double switch. They're preparing. I don't know why they're making a double switch, just in case they might have to bat again, but I think they can make an easy game of this. But, you know, a double switch, interesting play. I think you could just put in, or maybe give Screw Muscles some fielding practice, I guess. 1-2, 1 out. Mickey Lice up. This is the bottom of the order, and that should be... Well, you know what? Screw Muscles gets a chance to field the ball and makes the 2nd out, so well done there. Boonsley Fair 1 for 3 today with a triple. He's the last out should the Presbyterians be able to win this game in 8.5 innings. And that is strike number 2, 0-2 the count. Big swing, and that is the game. The Presbyterians take the first game of the series with the Philadelphia Brown Trousers here at home. And what a game it was. The offense really coming alive for the Pittsburgh Presbyterians. The final score, Philadelphia 1 run off 8 hits. Pittsburgh, 8 runs off 10 hits with only 1 error. And that is going to improve them to 3-1. The Philadelphia Brown Trousers will drop to 1-3. There you see the box score. Of course, that will happen. That will be, you will be able to find that in your afternoon newspaper tomorrow once it gets reported. And along with all the other scores from today. And the winning pitcher, Tuber Hunis, going 8 1/3 innings. Only allowed only 1 earned run, 4 strikeouts. Losing pitcher Hash Buffums just could not get things started from the very beginning. Assaulted by a 5-run second inning, including a grand slam. 9 hits, 7 earned runs, 1 strikeout. Gave up 3 home runs. Tiddly Benetti gave up a 4th one. So 4 home runs for the Pittsburgh Presbyterians. That is, if you're a Pittsburgh fan, that is going to get you to come back to the game, to the ballpark, anytime to see them sock some dingers, as I hear the kids call it. And of course, let's talk about our finest dandies of the day. Our finest dandies of the day, brought to you by the Honeyweed Tobacco Company. Using wheat crops to help harvest the finest tobacco, and reminding you to always smoke wheat every day. The third finest dandy of the day, Colorado Church, going 2 for 4 with a home run, a run batted in, and 2 runs himself. Great to see the backup catcher doing well. The second finest dandy of the day is Tuber Hunis, the winning pitcher, going 8 1/3, almost a complete game, only allowing 1 run, 4 strikeouts. Fine stat line for the starting pitcher, Hunis. And of course, our finest dandy of the day goes to Condom Funnel with the grand slam. That is the big stat there. The grand slam, 5 runs batted in, going 2 for 4 on the day. Well, that is a huge day for Condom Funnel, a huge day for the Pittsburgh Presbyterians entirely. And my name is Steve Chuckroast. We hope to see you again. The second game of this series is, I believe, scheduled for, as I look for this, it is scheduled for tomorrow, July 9th, as the Pittsburgh Presbyterians host the Philadelphia Brown Trousers for Game 2 of this 3-game series. Pittsburgh Presbyterians up to 3-1 on the season, and for the very moment are all alone at the top of the league standings. The only team to go 3-1 so far. Again, I'm sure it's a very early season, it's a 42-game season, but proud to see that strong start to the season, and we hope to see them continue going, as I believe that will be the ace pitchers for both teams. Will be taking the mound tomorrow. Moose Mossage is the scheduled pitcher for the Brown Trousers, while Ivory Trinkets will have the ball for the Presbyterians. So until then, my name is Steve Chuckroast. This is KDKA. And we will say so long for now. Enjoy the rest of your evening.